My name is Rhonda. You're watching TrapxArt TV with Biomechi. Positive energy and good vibes.
What's up, everybody, and thanks for watching another episode of TrapxArt TV, episode 2, the NERD tribute. My name is Biomechi, and a lot of people ask me, what does your name mean? How do you pronounce it? Where is your name from? My name is Amechi, and it means only God knows tomorrow. It's Nigerian. But your name is your brand. And so for this episode, I asked these artists what's behind their name and the meaning of it. I also asked these artists about what they want people to feel, what they want people to see, and how they want people to react to their artwork. We got all kinds of responses from all these great artists, so make sure you pay attention to what they have to say. Once again, it's TrapxArt TV, episode 2, the NERD tribute. Let's get it.
Like, when you have a candle, if you light up all the candles, like, world's gonna become a beautiful place, because there are going to be more lights. So, and my point is, the way I look at art, specifically art, is when an artist shares her or his art with the audience, with other people, then she's sharing that beauty with other people. So it's not always like, as a professional artist, I don't want to keep that to me. I don't want to, like, you know, even it's difficult to get rid of your artwork when people buy it or when you give it to other people. But I was like, what is the point of, like, producing all this artwork? You want to share it. And to be honest, no matter what they think, no matter if they criticize it, if they say like, oh, this is not art, or wow, this is gorgeous, I don't think about that part. The only thing is, like, I enjoy that I can make people think for a moment.
Now, I first want to ask you about being a tattoo artist, man. What's the difference between being a tattoo artist and having pieces like this?
Like, the difference between just working with people is that I'm there to promote their truth. You know, I'm there to basically promote or create their vision. You know what I mean? And when I'm here, when I'm creating my own truth, I'm telling people what I see in the world. You know what I mean? I'm promoting basically the false reality that I see. You know what I'm saying? So, like, with these pieces, I mean, these two pieces right here, I mean, it's simply, the concept is not too deep, you know, to be honest with you. It's really what you make it. You know, I did this in class. I love my queens. I love my African women. You know what I mean? I'm a man of color, and I represent that. You know what I mean? I came from a queen. I came from a family of queens, you know? So I try to give praise to my African women, because I feel like they don't get enough of it. So as a young black man, a young black king, I'm gonna do my thing, you know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna do my thing to promote them.
Talking about some of the other art pieces, man, you talked about this queen piece that you did in class, which is amazing. But talk about this right here, man. What is this about?
All right, so this is my Sankofa piece. It represents me as the warrior and my two ancestors right beside me, guiding me. And if you know about Sankofa represents going back to your past for guidance to go forward. You know, going back to your past ancestors for guidance to go forward. Excuse me. So that's the representation of this entire piece, and I just kind of I just went with the flow of the piece, and I just created different things that would represent myself, you know, in the old indigenous days, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's basically what it is, you know, my ancestors are in control of life and everything that you see, all the different elements of the world. So I wanted to control, I wanted to show that, you know what I mean, by showing them having power and basically my ancestors giving praise and whatnot, you know, giving praise to the universe. So that's God. For the most part, I'm just trying to bring truth. I'm just trying to show love. And if you get that in my piece, I did my job. If you feel love in that piece, I did my job. You know, so I'm promoting truth. That's it. That's what Timothy brand is about, truth.
What's up, everybody? We still at Trap Art, 111 Minute Art Gallery in San Francisco. It's going down. I'm with a very talented artist. Tell me about the name, man. What's behind the name?
Muzi is a self-made up name I gave myself, and it just means the beauty in everything. It actually came to me at a really dark time in my life where I had to find the beauty in everything. So that's when I started finding out I could paint. Before that, I played basketball. I thought I was going to the NBA. So things happened. Like I said, I was in a little dark space. So that's when I found out, when I picked up the paintbrush and started doing art, and music was born.
That's what's up. Yeah. Hey, and you mentioned basketball. I know a lot of your earlier pieces had a lot of Spike Lee, a lot of shoes in them. Talk about that whole influence in your artwork and in your life.
That's dope. I don't know how you found that out, but that's cool.
Trap Art TV, baby, we do our research.
So y'all do, okay. So that definitely had a lot of influence, man. Everybody loved Jordans and Spike Lee movies and Nikes and all that. So of course when I first started, I was painting those kind of things, just to kind of get my name out there, and because I like them, I still like those things. So it still has affected my art to this day. It's more diverse out here, people more open-minded, which is exactly what I was looking for when I made that move out here. Ohio is cool, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot, people more closed-minded, people not as open to art and being different. So I love it out here, it's perfect.
What's up? In San Francisco, Baltimore, Ferguson, a lot of things going on in the States right now, and a lot of your artwork has a lot of political and social implications. Can you talk about what inspires your artwork, like how you come up with the piece?
Life, pretty much life in general. Whatever I see on a day-to-day basis, like the Ferguson, like the Baltimore, or even especially music. Like Kendrick Lamar last CD was very inspirational for a lot of these pieces because it was real conscious, it was real relevant. So I try to paint things that are conscious and relevant.
When somebody sees your artwork, what do you want them to feel?
Man, that's a dope question. What I want people to see when they see my art is just originality, and to see that it's okay for them to just be themselves, you know what I'm saying? Just be original. However you do it, just do it. You know what I'm saying? That's where it all comes from. Just be you, be yourself, and don't even apologize. Be unapologetically you.
I'm with another very talented artist by the name of Lena Christina. I love the name. And about 5 minutes ago, we were just out there on the dance floor turning it up right now.
I was trying.
How are you enjoying trap art, having your artwork up here, having a good time, seeing the positive energy, the good vibes, all the people? How is it being out here at Trap Art?
It's wonderful. I love it. I mean, I'm naturally such a little hermit. I'm such an introvert. But, I love dancing. It's where I started with, performing arts. It's my element. So I love just having a good time and spreading good vibes and meeting good people. This is amazing. It's really starting to develop and grow. It's beautiful.
Awesome. And you talk about being a dancer.
Yeah.
What's the difference between when you're dancing and when you're actually drawing and making art or taking pictures or whatever you're doing, modeling? How are all those different art forms play a role in your art?
I'd say they're all heavily interconnected. They all make me feel free. They're like a way to release energy. It's therapy for me. Dance is therapy, art is therapy. Just being alive. It's such a beautiful experience. I feel so blessed to be alive, and I mean, everyone goes through hardships. I've been through a lot, but I say that a rough deck of cards makes an interesting story. And at the end of the day, it's important to remain positive. And I find that my art helps me stay positive. It's a way for me to release and just move forward and progress.
And you talk about that release and talking about that ability to progress. I know recently you went off of Instagram for a little bit just to get away. Can you tell the people a little bit about getting away from everything and how that affects your artwork and your artistic process, being able to focus on yourself?
Right. I mean, I feel like I'm a part of a generation that puts a lot of emphasis and value on social media. I mean, it's a great way to market yourself. It's almost imperative if you want to develop in this world these days. This first world, I guess. But at the same time, I think it's really important to withdraw every now and then, be self-reflective, remember that there's so much more to life than this little screen that we put so much value on. And at the end of the day, it helps me remember that I am a person who values quality over quantity. It doesn't matter to me how many followers I have, how many likes and comments I get. You know, a few people have come up to me tonight already and told me that my work has really touched them and they can really relate to it and they appreciate it. And, you know, I have moments in my life where people really tell me that my words or art really affects them. And that means more to me than anything, you know? So it helps me just recenter, to take a little break every now and then. It's really not that important at the end of the day. You know, real world experiences, interactions are what's real and beautiful to me and more valuable.
Absolutely. Having said all that, make sure you follow at TrapxArt. But going more into your artwork, a lot of people, like you said, have been here tonight and they've commented about your artwork saying, I feel something, I feel X, Y, and Z. It makes me feel a certain way. How does that feel when people say those sort of things about your artwork? And what do you want people to react to when you have your artwork on display for everyone to see, friends, family, strangers?
Right.
Like, what do you want them to feel when they see some of your artwork?
I want them, I mean, honestly, if you just feel something, then my job is done, honestly. I don't want to, like, spoon feed you the message necessarily. I think art is so subjective. Everyone's going to take their own meaning and interpretation from what I'm presenting. But I hope at the end of the day, people can understand that I'm just trying to present human emotion. I'm trying to present relatability. A lot of people come up to me and say, like, I've been there. I can see, like, what you're emoting through this photograph or this painting, and I've felt that before, and it's really comforting and nice to see someone be so open about it. And I think that we live in this, I don't know, time where everyone's supposed to be kind of mechanical almost and not have emotion, and I'm not buying it, you know? I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit, you know, and I'm okay with putting that out there. It's cleansing and it's beautiful to see people respond to that. I think, you know, we all like to feel connected to one another at the end of the day, so I'm glad that my art can help people feel that.
Man, tell people about what's the origin of the name, man, to architect. I was thinking about that, man. It's very unique.
Yeah.
Can you tell people a little bit more about that?
Okay, most definitely. Well, the word Taharka means the last pharaoh, the king of kings. He ruled in Egypt 690 BC to about 720. Okay. And so he was in the 22nd dynasty. And he was like really remembered and held in high esteem because he was able to establish empires not only just in Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt as well.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah.
In your artwork, man, I'm looking at it right now. There's so many different cultural aspects that it hits. And I was looking on your website, right, and it seems like you have a lot of collections. Like you have the Open Eye collection, yeah, and the Art and Soul collection. Like, talk about the themes of your artwork and what you want to, you know, you have different art pieces under those umbrellas. What does that really mean to you, those different themes?
Those different things are just all expressions of what I see, what I go through, what I experience, what I dream. Just different, basically different concepts and different ways to interpret the world, because we all like see the world and we all have a chance to analyze it and come up with our own hypothesis of how things work. And this is just how I interpret it, you know what I'm saying, with vivid colors, with you know, stroke application, and with just nothing but heart, you know what I'm saying. And so my umbrella is considered, you know, it's all under the same, if you want to think about it, it's all in the same concept, because it's all about expressing the trueness of the beauty around us. And so that's what I want all of my art to be a reflection of. It's just the beauty that people take for granted. You know what I'm saying? When they see a tree, they just walk past the tree, but they don't understand that the tree is actually giving them oxygen and allowing them to breathe. And we don't see the beauty in that. So we need to see the beauty in all of life. And so I want to serve as an artist that bring that forth into existence. When somebody sees my piece and they go through memories and they go through an experience and like, oh man, this really touched me. That's what I want that spark to. I want that inspiration. I want you to feed off that inspiration. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to feel like you are actually experiencing the piece as it's supposed to be experienced through your own life. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so being able to make that response and have people feel your work is a very honorable and it's very humbling too at the same time. So I'm just thankful people came out, looked, appreciated, and took time out of their days to just, you know what I'm saying, be blessed with beauty.
You just watched TrapxArt TV Episode 2, the NERD tribute. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I just want to thank all of these artists for letting me get a peek into their intimate thoughts and their perspectives and see how they think about art and about life. We heard a lot from their inspiration, about their brands as artists, and what they want you to feel when you're watching what they produce in regards to the art that they have. Make sure you stay connected with us and follow us on social media, as well as visit TrapxArt.com for all the information on the next event and all the artists. My name is Bia Mechi. It's TrapxArt TV. Positive energy and good vibes. Cheers.